Good morning, ladies. I want to welcome you to Ministry with Coffee. I'm so glad that you decided to come and join us today.
Thank you. We're so glad to be here.
Hello, hello.
It's good to have you. So, I want you to share this incredible ministry that I fell in love with a few years back called SOS International. So, could you girls share about this ministry, how this ministry was founded, what this ministry is all about? Because what is SOS International? So, could you share that with us today?
Well, thanks so much, Trisha, for the invitation first, and we're thrilled to be here today. I'm Janice, as you know, and this is Shelly, and so we are. We love being with SOS. SOS stands for Sower of Seeds. Sower of Seeds. SOS International, and our founders started that work in 2000. And way back when they knew that they wanted to eliminate the vulnerabilities in the lives of at-risk children. And so that's what they've been doing all this time. They we have four main areas of impact, and that's with food, water, rescue from human trafficking, and in community development. And so it's a big umbrella, but it's a great fit to be able to come in at a local level and see where these children need help. What's putting them most at risk, and how we can jump in and assist no matter where they are around the world. So it's a good thing.
Absolutely. So let me ask you, are you all around the world or what areas are you in the world? Could you just share like generally where you guys are at?
Sure. We work a great deal in Asia and in Latin America, and then also right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. We have a large footprint right here at home. So, at-risk children, that knows no socioeconomic boundary. There are children at risk everywhere. Our neighborhoods, your neighborhood, across the globe. And it may look a bit different. The things that they face are different, but as we open our eyes to see, you know, as we see, we want to engage with them and help build support systems to take care of them.
Absolutely. So Shelley, can you share like what kind of means, what do you kind of acts of service you guys do to help these children in these in this area? How do you help them?
Well, one of the things that I really feel like the Holy Spirit laid on my heart to share is when we say at risk children, what does that mean? At risk
Mhm,
for what? Um,
mhm,
and so those four areas, hunger, obviously, there are children all across the globe that are hungry. They're starving.
Mhm,
They're sick. That
mhm.
could be from lack of nutrition. It could be from uh, clean water.
Yes.
It can be a number of things that can put them at risk, and also obviously at risk for being trafficked because traffickers pry on those that are
Mhm,
vulnerable and at risk.
mhm.
So I felt like I just needed to share that.
mm,
Yeah,
mhm.
absolutely. So, okay, so what does SOS International do to help kind of take those children out of being at risk? How do you help? What does that look like? I'm not sure how that looks.
We engage with them. We work with local care network partners.
Hmm.
Where any ministry, any program that we operate anywhere around the world, we do that in partnership with people that are on the ground all the time. They're there seeing the needs of the community, and so we will, whether we have an outreach day or season where we are distributing meals,
Hmm.
helping feed families, that type
Hmm.
of thing, or if we're digging water wells,
Hmm.
or if we are operating a school or responding to a disaster relief, that type of thing. We do that in partnership with the people that are on the ground because we believe local people solve local problems. And so, and the key component in all of that is building relationships. And so we want to build relationships, strengthen relationships so that we can get the care that they really, really need.
Absolutely. I tell you what, I just came to one of y'all's events and it was
Mm,
just so exciting. And you had a guest speaker there that
mhm.
was rescued. And could y'all share a little bit about her story? I know you might maybe can't can't share her name, but
Mhm.
but that story was really impactful to me. Could y'all share a little bit about her story and how SOS International helped her?
So how old was she when Dwayne um, found her and her sisters?
She was, I believe she was 8.
I think she was
And
8.
she's the oldest of 4. And what had happened was they had to escape an abusive relationship at home with a parent. And so their mom made a decision when she had very young babies that she had to leave in order to protect them for their safety. They had to leave their home. And so she made her way to another probably metropolitan area. And, traffickers see a mom, they see a single mom, and they see 4 babies in tow, and they know she needs a safe place to sleep. So that's what they offered her. They offered her a safe place to sleep. Well, that's because that's what traffickers
Mhm.
do. They prey upon your vulnerabilities. And so, and they know that moms will do anything for their kids. They'll do anything to protect their babies. And so, they went to a place where she thought she was going to have some protection for her kids, and it wound up being a spot where she was trafficked. And what they did, the story they told that night was that her mom, in order to protect her kids, then locked them in a room for 3 years. She locked in the next room so that they would not suffer the abuse that she was suffering on a daily basis. But that was all she knew how to do, and that was her only resource. And so, when we met, when they came into our lives, this lady that was speaking was 8 years old. And that's what happens when we get to that region of the world. um, we have established ourselves in that community where the brothels are. We have we have safe spaces established nearby, and we build relationships with those moms. After a certain point, when someone that's been trafficked first comes into that environment, they don't allow them to leave for any reason for about 3 years. But after about 3 years in such a terrible situation, their will to run has broken. It's totally broken. And then she has 4 babies in tow. So at some point we were able to start building a relationship with her mom through the activities, the community outreach programs that we have in her neighborhood, and started ministering to her. And then she knew that we were willing to help care for her children. And so she allowed all of her children to come stay with us in our rescue home. So
So
that way, because kiddos that are either born there or live there, they're not going to live past about 5 years. That in that environment, it's so dangerous. And the women that are trafficked, the same. It's that that they're either going to be. It's a generational thing. If when freedom comes, it happens generationally. So.
One of the stats that Dwayne Weehunt, one of the co-founders of SOS, shares with us is that 95% of the children that are born in the red light district stay in the red light district.
Yeah, they never
because
make
they're trafficked as well, you
it.
know. How sad is that? I'm so glad that y'all were there for her. What a
Mhm,
great testimony. I
mhm,
mean, I want you to share about where she is today because that's
mhm.
just such a beautiful thing. Because if your ministry didn't come in and build those relationships in that community and offer those services, who knows, she wouldn't be here today.
Mhm.
And so, because of SOS Internationals, her whole life changed. It just inspired me to see the good work of the Lord through this ministry. So, can y'all share where she is today? With because I've already heard it, but I want the listeners to hear it.
So one of the amazing things about her story is, um, not only her, but her siblings were also uh, set free, really
Mhm.
rescued, and rehabilitated and educated, and also had a safe place to sleep. I mean, that was something that they had never experienced, is feeling that safety and that security. Today, she is 27 years old, 28 years old, around there, and she has 3 degrees.
Wow.
I believe it's 2 bachelors and 1 master's.
Yeah.
She's brilliant.
Yeah.
She's a little bitty thing, but she is dynamite. Like, she is so powerful. And her heart is to share her
Yes.
story
Yeah.
so other women can walk in freedom. But also, she shares her story to honor her mother, which I think is beautiful. So many times we can stand in judgment of that mom. And, one of the things the Lord laid on my heart years ago, even before SOS, um, I worked with another ministry in Africa. And one of the things that the Lord laid on my heart, because I couldn't understand why a mother would put her children in those types of situations, I was really struggling with that. And the Lord just sweetly corrected me and said, "You've never been that desperate."
Wow.
And
Yeah.
it really made me think about, you would do anything
Oh,
to feed
yes, you
your
would.
children.
Mhm.
You would do anything to make
You'd
sure.
still,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
would,
you
I
do
believe it.
whatever it took.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
so many times we stand in judgment of those moms, when in actuality, we need to really, uh, just ask the Lord, "How can we help?"
Mhm.
And that's the other reason Monica shares her story.
Mhm. It's okay because we're not using last names.
Okay. That's the other reason that she shares her story, is because, she knows that, people that support and partner with ministries like SOS International, um, when they hear these stories, they know that from start to finish, um, that their lives are changed, that they're given hope.
Yes.
And
Well,
and And not just as, this idea of something that might be attained, but, the hope that only Christ can give. And
amen.
it's a promise. And so, I love her story.
I
Um,
do too. That's why I wanted y'all to share it today because it's so powerful. And the
mhm.
thing that I love, and even Janice mentioned this too, and you're in agreement, is that their changed lives will change generations. Now
Yeah.
their families have a chance. Their mom did the best that she could under the circumstances that she was in. She left what she thought was an abusive situation for safety reasons, thinking they were going to be safe, and then found herself in a deeper pit of a place that she couldn't get out of. But yet, Jesus,
Mhm.
He sent SOS International in there, and He said, I've got a plan. And though it might not look like what we thought it was going to look like, where the mom was saved, which we would have wished it was the mom saved as well, but He saved her children. And that's just powerful for this ministry. That's one of the most biggest blessings I think I've seen, just hearing that story, because I know there's not just this story. There's lots of these stories with
Wow.
SOS International. So let me ask you, is there any kind of challenges that you guys face in the ministry of going into these places? What are some of the challenges that you face that maybe these listeners who might want to partner with you can be of assistance?
That's a great question. Challenges that we face, it's um, one, we want people to understand, we would love it if folks would take the step to educate themselves. And you can, regarding what trafficking looks like, what's appropriate response when you run into this, because believe it or not, you do. No matter where you're at, you will see this. And the thing is, we encourage people to see, make sure that it is, social media and all the things that it hypes up a story that is, sometimes it's a false narrative, it and what it can cause victims of trafficking to be unseen. You know, if you have your mind made up that this is what this is only how this looks like, this is only how this works, this is only how this happens, it's a somewhere else problem, it's not us, it's not here, you'll miss it. So we do encourage people, if you need that resource, go to our website and check it out. So that, and there's there's stuff that's great for kids. There's stuff that's great for teens. There's stuff that's great for adults. It's all free. Just check out the resources and be educated, you know, so that you know. And then when you know, when you see, then you'll also have the access to the information of what you can do, what you do about it. So that's a challenge, especially right here in within our community. Sometimes we think that's somewhere else, but we all know that isn't. So
Yeah, it does happen here.
You know, in North Texas, the stats are staggering to me. And some of those that actually stood out to me, you know, 1 in 5 children
Wow.
is at risk for hunger, for not being able to eat regular meals. 1 in 5 in North Texas.
Wow. Wow,
And that's just unbelievable to me. They don't know where their next meal will come from.
And that puts them at risk. You know, when they don't have access to having their basic needs provided, all those things open doors to very bad things happening in their lives. Or if they don't have access to a good community, like a solid, stable network around them, whether it's parents, grandparents, solid neighbors, teachers, friends, you know, that type of thing. People to look out and notice what's happening in their life, who they're involved with, who they're talking to, what communication are they having online, what are all those things? What's a way that someone could be trying to groom them into something that's very, very dangerous? So, you know, community involvement is so key. It's so key. And you know, you can help avoid a lot of problems if you just open your eyes and see.
And I think one of the biggest challenges, specifically for the North Texas, what we do in community outreach, SOS International, we partner with over 100 local
Local care network partners,
care network partners that are already established in their communities, and we provide the food for them to be able to distribute within those communities. And we fed over 5 million meals last year alone in North Texas. 5 million. And you asked what the challenge is. The challenge is there are more mouths to feed than 5 million meals.
Wow. That's amazing to me. That's amazing to me, that there's more, you know. I mean, you would think, oh, surely that met a lot of the requirement. So,
And one of the ways that you know, your listeners can help, they can do a couple of different things. Of course, they can give, but also they can volunteer to pack those boxes that are going to be distributed in the communities. So they can actually do something hands-on. Obviously, prayer, I mean, prayer, we say it's obvious, but sometimes people think, oh, well, that's not enough. But prayer is instrumental in getting the things done that the Lord is wanting to do in each of these communities, in each of these kids' lives. But of course, you know, we get a lot of gift in kind from different places, such as like Pepsi is an example.
The Food for Good program, Max Snacks, hospitality management. It's everything from it's food, beverages, hygiene items, over-the-counter medicine when it's available, furniture, household goods, you name it, whatever it happens to be available. SOS covers the transportation costs to get that to our warehouse, and then it's distributed free through a gift in kind program into the community. So,
but it costs lots of money to ship those products. And so that's probably our biggest challenge there And this summer, we have a summer feeding
Yeah.
program that we do every single summer.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're really needing to raise about $25,000 in order for that program to go the way it's intended to go. So we can continue to feed those children that are at risk.
Mm-hmm. Right here.
Right here.
A really good point too, because in the summertime, they're probably at the most risk
Yes.
because they're not in school. They're
Right.
not getting the free lunch or the
Right.
free breakfast from school. So now
Right.
they're missing 2 meals
Mm-hmm.
that were probably free,
Yes.
given to them from the state. And so they're truly at risk now if they don't have the resources at home to provide those
Mhm.
meals. And
Yeah.
so that's a very good program that you guys have started for the summer, because I think that's a very dangerous time for our kiddos that are in lower income families that
Mhm.
can't afford those meals.
And it's an increased challenge in that, especially the areas where we're serving. It's one of my favorite things to get to go do is be a part of a serve day at. We have some campuses that minister to refugees, world refugees, and then we have been for years and years. And so we'll go out and we'll feed lunch. And the days that we have enough help, when we have enough volunteers that are there, we can play games, we play kickball, we color, we do all the things, and it's so much fun. And because those kiddos, the oldest, however happens to be the oldest, they're in charge of all the siblings because mom and dad are at work earning the funds they need for survival, and so they're just on their own and doing their thing. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's so fun, and I love to take friends with me. Some of the folks that probably will be listening to your podcast have been with me on that day, and we'll go out and just hang out and pass out meals, and they're so precious. Oh, they're so precious. But
They're
it's
so
so,
thankful.
oh, they are. They
That's what
are.
people don't realize is they're just so thankful. They're just so thankful that and
Mhm.
they want to see you come back. You know,
Yes, they
that's
do.
that's the one thing that I've noticed about, it's great to go on missions and it's great to go on a mission trip. And my husband and I do enjoy that. We've gone on lots of missions to Africa, to Ecuador, Mexico, those things. But the thing that was put on our heart is to go back the
Yes.
same places and
Mm-hmm.
to build a community with those people
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
to build relationships. Because the one thing that I've noticed on mission, I mean, if you've gone, people go one and done.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids know it, right? They know
Yeah.
that you're not coming back. They're like, yeah, hi, bye, see you later. We know we'll never see you again, because that's what usually is the custom.
Yeah.
But Roy and my husband and I, we love to go on mission for a purpose. The
Yeah.
purpose is not just for that need and for that week. It's
Mhm.
to build a relationship long term. I'd like to see those babies grow up. I
Yes.
want to I want to see them at 2, but then I
Mhm.
want to see them at 22.
That's right. Well,
You know,
this one,
and pray to God that I'm around to see it, right?
yeah. I've been going to this one location in the summer since I've been there every year since 2016. And so to watch these that were like 6 and 7, whatever now, they're teenagers, but now all their little siblings are coming along and they're just beautiful. So
And
precious. And
they
they
know
look,
you.
yes, it's so good. It
It
really,
is so
it is so much fun.
I always find it funny. One time, the Lord and I have these conversations, and there's so many people that say, well, I can't go international, on a mission trip, or why are we going international? Don't we have people here? And the answer is
Mhm.
yes. We do have people in our own backyard. The Lord's gone as far as to bring the nations to us.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Mhm. That's true.
They are literally in our backyard, and
Mm-hmm.
all you have to do
Mm-hmm.
is serve,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
hear,
Mm-hmm.
give, pray.
Mm-hmm.
If you own a business, you can get
Mm-hmm.
your business, your company involved with
Mm-hmm.
either giving or matching funds, or get
Yes.
them as a team to go
Yes.
and volunteer
Mhm.
at the
Mhm.
warehouse and pack
Mm-hmm.
those boxes, or go and serve
Mm-hmm.
during our summer feeding program.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I love that. I love it when you see like the churches from their community groups
Yeah.
go out and serve together as a
Mm-hmm.
group, because I think it's so impactful. Not only
Mm-hmm.
does it make them feel good about doing what God has called them to do, but they're really making a difference in someone else's life. And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to go
Yeah.
out. We're not supposed to be sitting around in the church
No.
just taking up space. We're supposed to go out.
Well, it's not about us.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. That's
no.
We were
And
talking
it's
about
it.
so
that before we
painful
got
too
on here.
sometimes, isn't it? It's just painful. What do you mean
Yeah,
it's
it
not
is.
about
It's just
me?
not about us. Another neat way that, and simple way that
Mhm.
people can participate and partner with SOS. Another amazing facet is we have SOS International Worship.
Yes.
And,
Oh,
and we actually have an album
Mhm.
that, well, there's been a couple now. Oh, our lights
oh,
turned
yeah,
out.
last one out. Yeah, we need to do that.
We were too still. Do
Mhm.
you want to tell them a little bit about
Sure.
this?
So it's the worship album is called Holy Hope. And if you can see it there,
Oh,
you
yes, I
can find
can.
it everywhere that you listen to music. You can download that. And really what it says is you can be the wonderful thing about this is that so many fabulous artists from around the world have come together and they've written a worship album, right? They're
That's
writing worship
wonderful.
albums, and they've donated the royalties from these songs to SOS International. We've produced them. Actually, we were nominated, have already won. We were nominated for a Latin Grammy. It's
Oh,
sitting
that's
down
so
here in the front row.
Because, I mean, not only is the album in English, but it's also in Spanish.
Spanish and
that's good.
on that
Yeah.
front, but English and Spanish, and what that happens there with every like, with every click, with every share, every download, you are a part of rescue.
Yep.
When you're
Oh,
participating with us in that, and it is a wonderful, wonderful worship album. I fully expect it to be a part of our mainstream culture. We do have other songs that are in that already there, but go even onto YouTube and search SOS International Worship, and you can watch the videos that were recorded when they were recording the album.
that's awesome.
It's so
Beautiful.
good. It is so good. And it's such an easy way to one, be a part, engage, right? But it is a way that you can share it with friends, with people that share our heart and our passion. That's something
Mhm.
that's easy for everybody to do. You can just add it on your playlist, and every time it runs, you're making a
Absolutely. And
contribution
we'll
to
put
rescue.
that on there. Y'all make sure y'all send me a copy of that picture and I'll put that in the
Okay.
body
Okay.
of our message when we
Okay.
send this out. So ladies, we're going to have to close. I'm sorry. Our
No,
time is
I get
up.
it.
But I am so thankful that you both came on. I'm so excited to share this ministry with those that listen. And I'm excited that it will be out there on YouTube and on the website and also on Facebook and Instagram. So we will definitely be sharing this story and pray that God will bring his people to partner with this ministry and that they will help and that they will be a part of the team of getting our children safe, the women safe, even the men safe too.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yeah.
thank y'all again for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Tricia.
Thank y'all. Hello, friends. I just want to take a moment and thank you for joining us today with Ministry with Coffee. We're so glad that you're here. And I want to ask that if this has moved you or encouraged you, the story that you just listened to today, that you would like our page and that you would share our page with your friends and your family. Together, if we work together, we can share the gospel of Jesus throughout the world at one cup, one story at a time. Thank you again for your support. We are so glad that you have chosen to minister and partner with us. Thank you again.